What is up, Midway Mayhem fans? This is Dan, and we are checking back in from Kennywood Park, and tonight is a special night because it is Phantom Fright Nights. There is a lot to see and do. Let's go! Well, we are inside the park now after only a short wait to get through the front entrance and through security. We are on our way. One important thing to remember, no re-entry. So if you leave the park at any point during the event, you cannot come back in. And so it begins with the scare actors. Good to see you guys. Cupcake! Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you as well.
How you doing, man?
Glad to see you.
So again, right off the bat, the scare actors start. We have a couple right here as we're about to go into the tunnel underneath the street. Kennywood. Yeah. How you doing? And the first thing that we're going to be doing today for Phantom Fright Nights is going to be the Steel Curtain, the brand new ride for 2019. We want to knock it out right now before it gets a crazy line later, so that's what we're going to do. And here we are, we're entering Steelers country as the Steel Curtain is making its first dive. This thing is really impressive looking, really tall too. And here we are, we've arrived at the front entrance, the first ride and attraction we're doing here at Kennywood Park, Steel Curtain. And our chariot has arrived. Alrighty guys, so we just had a chance to do the Steel Curtain, the brand new ride here at Kennywood Park for 2019. I came with pretty low expectations. I was not expecting too craziness on this ride. Drastically changed my opinion though. It is butter smooth. Love the 8 inversions, the height at 220 feet and 4,000 feet of track. Excellent. I gotta say, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's easily a 9.5, if not a 10 in my book. Really a great, fantastic ride here. There's nothing I can really fault about it. Butter smooth again, and that is what I love about these coasters. Alrighty, so Lauren just had a chance to do the Steel Curtain for the very first time. What did you think?
So I haven't been back to Kennywood in forever, and once I heard about Steel Curtain, I knew that I had to ride it. So I came out this ride, like Dan said, butter smooth, tons of, twists and turns, and just no headbang, anything of that. So I definitely think this ride I'm gonna have to come back and ride over again, which is something I never say. So it's an A+ on my sword.
In order to get to our first two houses, we have to go here to Kittyland. Alrighty guys, it is time for our very first haunted attraction, which is going to be Shady Grove Memorial Hospital. And we can also see the entrance here for Dark Shadows, the second one. Alrighty guys, so here we are in our very first haunted house.
Season tickets to viewers.
Ah, looks like we have a patient room. Little seminar.
Oh, that's great. So, the head of the facility has asked me to gather you guys up for a meeting. It might have something to do with the banging and, you know, some deranged doctors and nurses. Not me. I'm not deranged. That's all he told me.
You have arrived. I'm Dr. Nathan Carmen, the administrator of Shady Grove Memorial Hospital. We have had several people attacked at our hospital, and we need your help in investigating so our facility may survive. As hospital visitors, we need you to go undercover to search our facility. We are hoping that you will be able to help us determine who is terrifying our staff and patients. This deranged soul always removes at least one eyeball. We believe he or she is keeping these as some sort of demented souvenir. Keep your eyes wide open and pay attention. While in our facility, do not touch any patients or hospital staff. Please refrain from using your cell phone, drinking, smoking, or vaping. We do not want to cause any issues with our equipment. Thank you, and remember, your eyes are the gateway to the soul.
Alright, so after that little pre-show, here we go.
Please, I need you. Will you stay with me? Will you stay with me, please? Please don't go. Get your eyes. Where are you going? Please, I need you. Will you stay? Will you stay with me, please? I need you. Don't come back for me. I need you. Where are you going? I need you. Don't leave me.
Oh, lovely. So wonderful. Oh, that was a good one. That was a really good jump scare. Woo! Wow, I was not expecting that one jump scare. That was really good. Bye! Oh, hi there.
Come have a sandwich! Have some candy!
Woo! Candy! Oh, man, I wanted some candy though.
Have some candy! Quit looking at my bathroom! See you eyeballing it up!
Whoa, man. Again, I'm expecting the scares, but it still jumped out and got me. That was good. Again, don't lose your eyes. He's trying to get the eyes. seen better days, but he's all right. Oh, this does not look good. Looks like we're in the morgue now. Hazardous waste and all. So we just did our very first haunted attraction here at Kennywood Park, Shady Grove Memorial Hospital, and it's a hospital. There's all sorts of patients and doctors going around everywhere. Lots of drop-down doors all over the place. In fact, there were 2 scares that I knew were coming, and they still got me. Scale of 1 to 10 on this house, I'm gonna give it probably an 8.5, maybe a 9 or so. It's pretty well lit, so you can see around most every corner, but there are a lot of jump scares. I do like this house a lot, but I'm excited for the next one. Let's go. Alrighty, Lauren, so you just did our very first haunted attraction here at Kennywood. What'd you think?
Well, we got everything from doctors to patients. We got crazy people in there. What I love most, we got the detail, we got intestines, so holding up the intestines for me to actually feel was kind of different, because normally I don't get to touch stuff in these houses.
Yeah, they let us touch the intestines.
So that was kind of neat. Tons of scare actors in there, which is an A+ in my book. So just like Dan, I'm probably going to give this an 8.5. We'll see what's next.
Alright, so we just had a chance to do Shady Grove Memorial Hospital. Now it is time for Dark Shadows. Alrighty guys, so we just did our second haunted attraction, Dark Shadows, and a couple things I want to point out. One, there's not a lot of scare actors in there, but it doesn't need it. It absolutely does not need it. It is a psychological cluster, bleep. As you're going through, it is literally pitch black. And without giving away too much, in one of the beginning scenes, you have to go through one of those suffocating air things where you're like squeezed together like that. The whole maze though, again, pitch black except for a couple small areas. And that alone is the most frightening thing. You don't know where your hands are, or if you're gonna run into a wall, or if a scare actor is gonna be right there in your face. Scale of 1 to 10 on that one, I'm gonna give it probably an 8 to an 8.5. Again, doesn't have a lot of scare actors, but it really doesn't need it because it will mentally mess with your head. Awesome, awesome haunt. Well, what did you think?
Oh, guys. That was insane.
I mean, you've done a lot of haunted attractions, and the look on your face right now is showing me that was kind of freaky for you.
Did I need to sign a waiver for that one? Wow. So when I first got in, okay, like Dan said, the little like inflatable thing. All right. I mean, that was a little concerning, but I powered through it. When we get to these dark areas, you know, I'm pounding my way, looking through it. I'm not, you know, I'm okay, right? A little inflatable wall thingy, dark thingy. But then we get to these laser room, the fog. I can't see anything. There's a guy in there, and I'm like, all right, laser the fogs, come on. This house is crazy.
Yeah.
This is a psychological experiment. You know, it's one way away from the waiver house, guys. This is crazy. This house is insane. I'm gonna give it a 9 on the psychological level, 7 on my list right now. Let's see what the next house is, because this is insane.
Yet another scare zone right here. And this one is leading towards the Thunderbolt. And we have Thomastown right over here. And the next haunted attraction that we're going to be doing is Voodoo Bayou. And into the bayou. That is not a good sign right off the bat. Lots of fog all over the place to kick this off. Really tough to see, which not a bad start to a maze. I love that it's outdoors too. So you get the crisp air, there's coffins all over the place, and I got another one!
Hi!
Hi!
Where are you going?
Hopefully further into the bayou.
I asked a question.
I'm trying to go
That's
into the
not
bayou.
a question. Why you here?
Because I want to be.
Leave. Or I'll burn your flesh and eat you to death.
Barbecue.
Oh, prisoner, why don't you kill these guys? I think you got some good size cooked up right here.
Fresh meat.
Nice and fresh, eh? Because I'll put you on the wall for the rest of them. Have fun! We'll love to have you guys. So broken out.
They're like following you. Look at that. They're following you.
Oh, I don't know follow you. Dead coffins are half off. You can either pay cash, or you can point a fella to a place that sells some good French fried potatoes.
I'll pay him potato patch fries.
I can. Y'all come back later.
Nice little boardwalk here. Again, fog just everywhere. Lighting is really good too. It's very open in this maze though. And it's pretty long. Hey look, it's Granny. It's Granny. That's not Granny though. Whoa, that's awesome. Whoa, that was another good one. Was not expecting that one.
Oh, look at you.
Or that one.
Oh, look at you.
And Gilly Monster's up there. Wow. Alright, so I've gotten a bunch of scares on this house that I was not expecting because they're all blending in, which is really awesome. And another creepy bridge. Blinding lights. Can't see anything. Woo! Alright, so little did I know that they actually use part of a ride area for this. Look at that! That's the ramp for the boats. And we were just down there. That's awesome. Again, see, there is the ride area. And we were just down there in the trough. Crazy. Alrighty guys, so we just did our third haunted house, Voodoo Bayou. And I've done a bunch of Voodoo Bayou style haunted houses throughout the United States. This is going to be one of the best. It's really long as far as the maze, and you go through a ride attraction. Like literally there's a trough for a boat ride, and you go down into it. Scale of 1 to 10 for this one, I'm going to give it probably a 9 to a 9.5. Good fog, good uplighting, and again, 4 scares that I got as I was going around the corner, pop, right, somebody in the face. Practical effects are very, very good in these style haunted attractions here at Kennywood, and Voodoo Bayou had a lot of them, so good stuff. Alright, so we did Voodoo Bayou, what'd you think?
Well, along with this house and another house, this one does have a character in the beginning. It's kind of like a pre-show, so this one does have like a character with like a little, like, kind of like a cat with it.
Yeah.
So it's themed to the show, so I think it's kind of like letting the other people go through the house and not making you wait and get bored.
Yeah.
This one did have a lot of theming to it. Had a guy with a shovel, with little sparks.
Yep, that was neat.
Didn't have many scares to stand, but I'm not gonna hold it back for that. Wasn't in my, #1 top spot like the last one, but can't wait to try the other ones, see how they fare.
Scale of 1 to 10, what would you give this house though?
I'm gonna give it probably an 8.
Okay, good stuff. And the next haunted attraction that we're going to be doing is the Ark. right. Into the ark we go. Kitty. That's not good. I don't think that's good either. Kangaroo! Ah, it's a koala! It's a koala! Love it.
Please use caution. Staircase ahead.
Where's the rail go?
Oh, man, I brought the torch back up.
Zebra butt. Horse butt. That's not good. It's like a fun house in here. Very disorienting. That was super creepy and awesome. That was so awesome. Ah, spinning room. And that's it. That's gonna do it for the Ark. Alrighty guys, so we just had a chance to do the Ark, and it's a scare attraction, but it's not meant to be super scary, I don't think. It's a lot of kind of fun house, the Ark rocks and whatnot, but there are a couple really good scare actors in there. Right around the kind of fun mirror area, there's this guy that comes right out of the dark with these glowing red eyes. Totally got me. Scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give him maybe probably a 7.5 to an 8. Again, it's not really meant to be scary, but it's a good solid haunted attraction. And younger ones that don't really want to get too scared, this would be their attraction. All right, Lauren, so you just did the Ark. What'd you think?
I actually did like this one. It does take a pre-existing attraction, Noah's Ark, and it does turn into a haunted attraction. So you can see some of the animals eating like skulls and guts. And it does have one of my main requirements, which is the spinny tunnel thing.
I am not a huge fan of the spinny tunnels, but I know Lauren loves the spinny tunnels.
I do love it. So I do give this probably an 8.5. Spinny tunnel thing, pre-existing attraction, great house. On to the next.
And our next haunted attraction is going to be Mortem Manor. Alright, so the pre-show is done, and here we go into the manor. Very, very dark in here. Lots of fog too. Yeah. Whoa, that was awesome. Super bright lighting in certain areas. Makes it very tough to see. And the amount of fog in here is crazy. Just pumping in too. Looks like we got the toy room. Whoa, awesome. Oh, man. Yeah, drop down doors always get me, and that was a good one. Long hallway here. That's creepy. Shower area. That does not look good. Strobe lights are intense in here. It makes it very tough to turn and see. Whoa, that's awesome. Whoa, love it. Strobes really hit that scare actor. Whoa, hello. And that's it for Mortem Manor. Alright, so we just did Mortem Manor, and normally it's in a restaurant style pavilion here at the park. Big open maze. That's good and bad, because there was a lot of dead space, I guess you could say. There weren't a ton of scare actors in there, but the set design and theming was actually pretty good. Tons of fog in there, and the strobes everywhere. Really disorienting. Scale of 1 to 10 for this house, though, I'm going to give it probably a 7.5, maybe an 8. Not that I didn't like it, I just think there are better houses here that we had a chance to do already. But still a good house, and we're on our way to the next one. Alrighty, Lauren, so we just had a chance to do Mortem Manor. What did you think?
Well, it was definitely themed well to the Manor theme. You guys know I love the houses and buildings theme of haunted houses. Definitely strobe effects, just definitely tons of flashes, everything throughout the houses. Some rooms, you know, I went through them, no scare actors, but definitely, you know, going through each room, you got clothes hanging, everything.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna give it about a 7. Probably my, you know, least of the houses, but let's go on to the next one and see what happens.
Concrete mulch, concrete mulch. Repeat that back to me, please.
Concrete mulch.
With enthusiasm.
Concrete mulch.
Concrete mulch. There we go. If anything, you just remember the concrete and the mulch. That's the only thing you ever need in life. Your journey starts now.
Be careful!
Ooh, that was a good one. And that's going to do it for the cemetery. Next up for our last haunted attraction of the night is going to be Villa of the Vampire. And into the vampire house we go.
Sounds like Phantom of the Opera music.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Oh.
Castle, the master is awoken, ready for his mortal sacrifice, and you will have the pleasure tonight of being the first things on the menu.
Super dark in here. A lot of fog too. Coffins all over the place. Black lights everywhere. That was a good one. Got him on that one.
Where you going?
Hopefully out. And that's it. Alright, so our last haunted house is done. Villa of the Vampire. Thematically, amazing house. A lot of great set design in it, tons of fog, very dark. Just was lacking with the scare actors a bit. Again, I'm not sure if we're seeing some of these houses with shift changes, because that does happen. We have to understand that it's not always going to be 100% staffed. But there weren't a lot of vampires in there, at least when we went through on this round. Scale of 1 to 10 though, I'm going to give it probably maybe a 7. I got one good scare, but that was about it. But overall, as far as the haunted attractions here, they have a lot of great haunted houses. In fact, I think the ones over in the back area by like Steel Curtain, those are some of the better ones. So if you get a chance, try to hit those first because they're probably going to have the longer lines. But overall, all the haunted attractions here are great, and hopefully we're going to be able to enjoy some more of the scare zones now. All right, Lauren, so Villa of the Vampire, all done. What do you think?
Well, as the last house, the Villa of the Vampire was definitely full of vampires. Some rooms, like Dan said, were a little lacking, more than the other houses, I would say, but they may have been doing a shift change. What was interesting is that they would get someone's name and be, murmuring it through the entire house, which was kind of...
That was kind of fun because the people in front of us, they were genuinely weirded out by that.
Yeah, they're like, Tara, Tara, and you're like, okay, what's going on here?
Yeah, even the scare actors that were further on in the house were still calling out the name for some of those people.
Yeah, and what's nice about the house here, they actually are pretty long, which is kind of neat. Yeah. And they do space out people, so it's not like a little cattle line where you're like,
no conga lines.
I'm seeing these scares before I'm even getting there. So, definitely probably give this house probably 7.5 feet. But all the houses here are pretty good. Like I said, no cattle lines, long houses, original theming, that kind of thing. Come on here, check them out.
Yeah, good stuff.
Great stuff.
Oh yeah, the roller coasters are open for Phantom Fright Nights, and we can see here, Skyrocket. Anybody up for spooky bumper cars? Well, you're in luck, as we have them right here. It is really dark, but tons of fun. Alright, so now we're heading into the direction over by Phantom's Revenge, Byron Curve, and Music Express. Lots of fog in the air, nice lighting, sets the mood. Also new this year is It, the 4D experience. If you guys ever want to know what it's like for me watching a roller coaster get built, well, here's a visual representation of it. And here we can see the Music Express, lit up beautifully, fog is nice. Look at that line. It's busy here tonight. Very busy. Of course, we can't forget about one of the best roller coasters here, the Phantom's Revenge. If you're a fan of S&S swings, well, they've got you covered here. Swing Shot.
Hold on tight and enjoy your ride.
Well, it looks like we're about to enter into another scare zone, Gory Park. And it looks like it's been desecrated. There's toilet paper all over the place. Oh, hi. It looks like somebody has had a lot of fun in here. This place looks trashed. Literally trashed. I love it. See?
Watch where you're walking, bitch.
That's cool. And if you're a fan of spinning roller coasters, they have you covered as well with the Exterminator. But look at this line. In fact, it's so long, it's about, well, 11 o'clock, an hour before the park closes, and the line has already been shut off, as we can see right here. Closed. Yeah, it's busy. I love it. They have theming inside ride areas. For Black Widow, the ride is closed, as we can see right here, but they still have awesome theming. Thunderbolt. Unfortunately, it is not in operation as they're doing maintenance on it, but they do have some awesome theming. And now we're about to head into another scare zone. This one, Death Valley. Does not feel like Death Valley, as that's about 117 degrees during the summer. Everybody right now is wearing hoodies. Do have a scare actor over there. A dead horsey with a desperado. Doctors right there. We have the bank, blacksmith right here, a couple skeletons, things like that. Coyotes, stay out, it says. Saloon, and then see, this is Death Valley.
Nightmares to awaken into reality. Unnatural horrors lurk around every corner. If you survive, you'll have new appreciation for your meager existence. If not, then you'll be lost in the darkness forever.
cliff crash landed. Ah! Ooh, spooky carousel. It's not in operation, but it looks really cool with all the fog. More scare zones, Fear Fest. We're entering right now. Carnival themed. The next roller coaster we can see here is the Racer, and it's a Mobius loop roller coaster, as in there's 2 tracks, but it only makes 1 circuit. Yet another awesome roller coaster here, the Jackrabbit. Well guys, that's going to do it for our video here from Kennywood Park, and I gotta say, out of all the haunted attractions in the United States, this is one of the absolute best. Great houses, great scare zones, and great scare actors. As you saw, it was super busy tonight, so they've got to be doing something right. I try to come out here about every year to either Kennywood or Phantom Fright Nights, and I highly suggest you guys do it as well. I do want to say thank you to Kennywood for inviting us out. We're going to have more videos from here, so if you like what we do, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Midway Mayhem, and I will see you out on the Midway.